My type of guy has deep emotional wounds.
I haven't had a girlfriend in 3 years. A little awkward, but you know, nothing out of the ordinary.
I thought he was pretty cute. My name is Emily, and I'm 32 years old.
My name is Chris, and I'm 35.
I'm a teacher, a math teacher in a high school.
I'm an actor and a server.
I grew up in Queens, New York.
I grew up in Fairfield, Connecticut.
I do have a New York accent when I say coffee or water.
I haven't had a girlfriend in over 3 years, and I've casually dated since.
That's actually a complicated question, and I'd prefer not to answer it.
Once
a month? Glamour set us up, and we had to arrange our date via text.
I was sent her phone number in a group text.
The typical person I go for is someone into art.
Outgoing.
They have to be good looking.
Independent.
95% of the time, they're usually Latino, but, you know, I switch it up sometimes.
Really sure of themselves, but also kind of weird and nerdy.
My type of guy has deep emotional wounds. They know themselves pretty well.
Funny. I have a weird sense of humor, so I feel like that needs to line up pretty quickly outside of that.
Other than that, they're good at something, either their job or a hobby.
I don't think I have a type, but I bet my roommate would disagree with that. She would probably say, physically, someone with big eyes who's a little bit shorter than me.
Any guy that looks good. On first dates, I'm pretty forward, and I like to share a lot about myself.
Open and funny, curious, maybe too much energy sometimes. I don't know, I get nervous about meeting someone the first time.
Tina Fey.
Unfortunately, people said I looked like a poor man's version of Johnny Depp. Yeah, I like tattoos.
I do like tattoos. I have 3 of them.
I have 8 tattoos.
I'm a Leo.
An Aquarius.
I've had 2 relationships, one in college, the love of my life, for 2 years, and then more recently for 8 years on and off with a codependent relationship.
4 or 5 girlfriends, like serious relationships. All of them lasted under 2 years. I think that my exes would say that I'm a little too go with the flow.
I'm friendly, kind-hearted. I'd say I'm the life of the party.
And then sometimes a bit too opinionated about things and stubborn.
I'd probably say I loved you to maybe 6 people.
I think I said I love you to all 5 of my exes.
Probably not.
Yeah, I did.
I broke up with him.
I think we realized over the course of a few months that it wasn't working out anymore, and even though I definitely had a lot, I personally pushed back a lot to try and save it. Ultimately, it was the right decision, and we're cool now.
The worst thing that could happen on this date is he leaves early, or he farts, one of the 2.
Either of us get food thrown in our face.
If I fart, that would be terrible too.
Trump supporter.
If he told me he was a sociopath, that would be a red flag. I have.
I wouldn't define it as cheating because we had an understanding. So I guess to phrase that again, no.
Not that I'm aware of.
I think so.
I've been in friends with benefits, but that's not an open relationship.
Yeah, I have.
I think I would be interested in an open relationship.
I would prefer to start off in a monogamous relationship and then see what happens. I'm not sexy. I don't have a move. Maybe sunglasses and a suit.
I don't think it's a move. It's more like a look.
That was the most uncomfortable question of all.
Beach.
Mountains.
More money.
More time.
Either.
Marvel.
Neither.
Kylie.
Phone call.
Text.
Warm weather.
Cold weather.
Dogs.
Dogs.
Salty.
Salty. Over easy.
Wish me luck.
All right, here we go. Pretty sure it was like, hey, I'm Chris, and she's like, I'm Emily, and I went in for a handshake, and she went in for a hug, and I think we kissed each other on the cheeks.
I think he just wanted to shake my hand, but I'm really aggressive, so I was like, oh hi, kiss on the cheek type thing.
A little awkward, but nothing out of the ordinary.
I thought he was pretty cute. Yeah, cute.
Immediately, she had a great smile, really big eyes. She had framed glasses. Framed glasses, all glasses have frames on them. What is wrong with me?
The first thing I noticed about him was his energy. He was very vibrant.
And she was just like really warm and engaging, ready to like hang out.
Yeah, I liked what he was wearing. He was wearing a button down with sharks on it. I like sharks. Maybe someone from those movies with the werewolves.
Kind of like Tina Fey, maybe. She was very funny too.
A little. I was a little bit attracted to him.
I was definitely attracted to her, but I would say that she's not my type normally.
I don't know if I would say anything was really sexy about him.
I think the sexiest thing about Emilie was her sense of humor. Like, she made me laugh a lot.
I picked the spot we went to.
It was a Japanese restaurant.
It was a little romantic. The lights were a little dim.
I think on a quieter night, it definitely could be a romantic spot.
We sat next to like the loudest people in the restaurant.
Bros next to us who were able to fit 5 people on a 4-top. We definitely were both a little hungry, like not like dinner size hungry.
And we decided to do 2 appetizers. I chose yellowtail sashimi, and he thought that was a good choice. And then he chose some kind of beef.
I think it was panko breaded beef patty or wagyu beef. Like a beef cake, almost like a crab cake, but with beef. Said beef a lot.
I think choosing to go to another place kind of just came up because we were having fun together.
We decided to migrate to another bar.
I said, hey, why don't we head to Brooklyn, since we both live in Brooklyn, where I drove my car across to Brooklyn.
We put the radio on, and the song High Hopes came on, and we decided to we just sang along to it. I don't know. It was just like a really fun, playful energy, and we just like had a great time on the quick drive over the bridge.
I had to move my car to a place so I could leave it since I didn't want to drink and drive. So I parked my car to leave it overnight.
And then we get to this second bar, which was like more of like a cocktail bar, and stuck with mezcal.
We had a good time, and then ended around midnight. I took an Uber, and I think he took the L train. The date ended by he called me an Uber. We did a hug. And as we were going in for the hug, I was like, wait, let's do this the French style. And it was like, yeah, that's how it ended.
The date ended with a hug, a kiss on the cheek, and put her in a lift. No, there wasn't.
There was a moment when we were at the second bar where I did want to kiss Chris. Kiss Chris. Okay. There was a moment where I did want to kiss Chris. I had a few drinks in me, and I was like, I could just lean over and kiss him real quick. But I don't know. I don't know if I was feeling that connection enough from both of us, so I didn't do it.
Pretty early on, I felt a stronger platonic vibe with her. Like she was like someone I've been friends with for a while. But we were having such a good time, I wanted to continue hanging out.
I'd say he might be a good kisser.
I honestly could not tell you.
I think the best part of the date was when we went to the second place.
Singing along to Panic at the Disco in the car and getting it on video. It was just a really fun, silly, organic moment.
No words, just smile.
Outgoing.
I might have laughed, but maybe at my own jokes.
I did laugh a lot on the date.
The thing that made me laugh the most was when he was talking about that drunken night in college.
I think that we laughed the most after recording the video of us singing along to Panic at the Disco song High Hopes.
It's not really, I wouldn't say it's least attractive in him, but I like guys that have broader shoulders, and he just wasn't that guy, so.
There wasn't really anything that I was least attracted to.
I would go on a second date if he wanted to go on a second date with me as well. You never know.
I would if she knows that I just want to hang out as friends, but not as like a romantic date.
But can I add this, though? When I showed a photo of him to one of my friends, I think she said something like, yeah, he's not really your type. I agreed with her that he's not really my type just because he doesn't have that broad shoulders, you know, like.
Yeah, I can totally see ourselves being friends.
Oh, we're definitely going to be friends. We both talked about, like, he was like, if you ever do improv or anything like that, like, let me know. So I wouldn't mind grabbing more tequila with him.
We chatted a little bit the day after the date. She was on her way to pick up her car, and she was letting me know.
That I was going to go pick up the car, and he was like, kind of like, good luck with that. And I was like, yeah, I have to commute an hour just to get it. And then he said woof instead of oof. I don't know if he knows how to say oof via text, so he said woof. So I don't know what that was about.
I use the word woof, and to me that's like, ugh, like that sucks. I use it often.
I wasn't going to mention that, but it's kind of funny. Sorry, Chris. I'm glad I went on the date. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
I like Chris. He's a great guy. I just think that there was a little spark that might have been missing.
I don't think so.
On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest, how was the conversation?
I'd give the conversation a 5.
5.
How much did you have in common?
I'd say we had a lot in common, so a 5.
4.
Rate your physical attraction to Chris.
I'd give him a 3.5 in attraction level.
4.
How compatible do you think that you and Chris are?
Romantically, I think we are about a 3 compatibility.
3 to 4.
How much did you enjoy your date?
I'd give him a 5.
5.
How likely would you say yes to a second date?
I'd say a 4.
1.
Hey, Chris, now that you're watching this, shit, let me do that again. I don't even know what to say.
Emily, if you're seeing this, I just want you to know I had such an awesome time hanging out with you. I feel like we got on super, super well with each other. I think that we'd make awesome friends.
Text me later. Now that you're watching this, let's hang out. I hope you said good things about me.
And if you're ever hanging out around the Magnet or doing comedy or pursuing the artistic stuff that you said that you wanted to pursue, like I'd be totally down catching one of your shows, meeting up, and seeing how it's going for you. I'd say just be open to conversation. She's great to talk to. Just match the engagement and interest.
Advice. I would say my advice would be just be as friendly as I am, and you'll be all right.